The most dangerous form of disrespect isn't when he shouts at you, it's when he acts as if you don't exist. It happens in the deafening silence of a phone that refuses to light up, in the messages left on read that echo like a scream in your mind, and in the agonizing hours you spend analyzing his indifference while he sleeps soundly. You tell yourself he's just busy, you tell yourself you're being too needy, but deep down, a dark truth is whispering to your intuition. This isn't busyness, this is power. Dark psychology warns us that when a man disrespects you with silence, he isn't asking for space. He is training you to beg for crumbs. In this video, we'll dive into the profound, protective, and transformative insights from dark psychology, drawing from lessons I cherished from my own ascent, to reverse this dynamic and make him regret disrespecting you the moment you stop playing his game. We often navigate our relationships with a dangerous map, one that tells us if we just explain our pain a little clearer, if we just show a little more patience, the disrespect will magically dissolve into appreciation. This is the great illusion of the empath. You believe that respect is a transaction. You pay with loyalty, and you expect to receive dignity in return. But the harsh reality I learned in the shadows is that to a manipulator, your loyalty without boundaries is not a currency. It is a commodity he takes for free. The disrespect usually begins as a subtle erosion. It is the joke that stings a little too much, the plan canceled at the last minute without a real apology, the way he looks at his phone while you are pouring your heart out. At first, you forgive it. You rationalize it. You tell yourself that relationships require compromise. But compromise is mutual. What you are doing is self-abandonment. I remember the specific texture of that abandonment. It felt like a cold stone sitting permanently in the pit of my stomach. I recall sitting in a dimly lit living room, the hum of the refrigerator the only sound breaking the oppressive silence, staring at a screen that remained dark. I had sent a message hours ago, a message vulnerable enough to expose my soul, and his lack of response felt like a physical blow. The air in the room felt heavy, suffocating, as if my own anxiety was consuming the oxygen. I checked the connection. I checked the time. I checked my own sanity. This wasn't just waiting. This was the systematic dismantling of my self-worth. Dark psychology always made it a point to remind us that the silent treatment is not an absence of communication. It is a very loud communication that says, I hold the controls of your emotions, and I can pause your happiness whenever I choose. To make him regret this, you must apply the first shadow rule, the withdrawal of access. When he disrespects you, your instinct is to move closer to fix it. You call more. You ask, what's wrong? You try to overcompensate. This is exactly what feeds his ego. The moment he disrespects you, whether by a cruel word or a cruel silence, you must immediately remove your access. This does not mean playing games. It means protecting your energy. If he ignores your text, you do not send a follow-up. You do not post sad quotes on social media to get his attention. You go dark. You become a ghost in your own life, as far as he is concerned. When you remove your presence from someone who is used to consuming it, you create a vacuum. Nature abhors a vacuum, and so does a narcissist's ego. He will not feel regret because you shouted at him. He will feel regret because the source of his validation has suddenly dried up. This leads us to the second rule, the mirror of investment. Disrespect thrives on imbalance. You are giving 100%, and he is giving 10%. He gives you bare minimum effort, and you throw him a parade for it. To break this, you must stop rewarding mediocrity. If his replies are short, yours become shorter. If his time is scarce, yours becomes unavailable. I used to make the mistake of keeping my schedule wide open, just in case he decided to grace me with his presence. I was a store that was always open, so he never felt the urgency to shop. When I started mirroring his investment, when I matched his indifference with my own busy life, the dynamic shifted. He called at 8 p.m. on a Friday. I was already out. He took 6 hours to reply, I took 12. This isn't petty, it is the recalibration of value. You teach people how to treat you by what you accept, but more importantly, by what you reject. The third rule is perhaps the most difficult, but the most transformative: the death of the explainer. When we feel disrespected, our good girl programming kicks in, and we want to explain why it hurt. We write long paragraphs, we have serious talks, we try to educate them on basic empathy. But here is the cold truth. He knows it hurt. He knew it would hurt before he did it. Explaining your pain to someone who enjoys inflicting it is like bleeding into a shark tank and expecting the sharks to be concerned. Stop explaining. Stop justifying your feelings. When you explain, you are in a position of weakness, asking for understanding. When you state your boundary and act on it without a word, you are in a position of power. Silence is the loudest scream of a woman who is done. As we go deeper, we encounter the fourth rule: the elimination of the reaction. Disrespect is often a test. He pokes you to see if you will jump. He flirts with the waitress. He mentions an ex. He makes a comment about your appearance. He is looking for the emotional supply: your tears, your anger, your jealousy. It validates that he matters. The greatest blow to a manipulator's ego is not your hatred, it is your boredom. I remember the first time I applied this. He made a comment designed to trigger my deepest insecurity, something that would usually have me in tears. Instead, I looked at him with a calm, flat gaze, checked my watch, and asked if he was ready to order food. I didn't flinch. I didn't engage. The look of confusion on his face was the first crack in his armor. When you deny him the reaction, you deny him the fuel. You become a gray rock, uninteresting, unmovable, and impenetrable. The fifth rule touches on the concept of privacy as power. When we are in the cycle of trying to please, we tend to overshare. We tell him our fears, our schedule, who we are with, what we are thinking. We make ourselves an open book, thinking it builds intimacy. But with a disrespectful partner, information is ammunition. To make him regret losing you, you must become a mystery again. Stop updating him on your every move. Let him wonder where you are. Let him wonder who you are with. Let him wonder why you are happy. Uncertainty is the soil where obsession grows. Dark insights would say in seminars that humans are only fascinated by what they cannot fully control or understand. By reclaiming your privacy, you reclaim your autonomy. You are no longer a satellite orbiting his world. You are a planet with your own gravity. There comes a moment in this journey, a climax of realization, where the pain transforms into clarity. For me, it happened on a Tuesday evening. The rain was lashing against the window, creating a blurry distortion of the world outside. I was waiting again, waiting for an apology for a blatant disrespect that had happened the day before. The phone sat on the table, a black monolith of silence. And suddenly, like a bolt of lightning illuminating a dark room, I saw the truth. I saw that my waiting was an act of violence against myself. I saw that his disrespect wasn't a mistake, it was a strategy. And in that moment, the anxiety that had lived in my chest for years simply evaporated. It wasn't replaced by anger. It was replaced by a profound, chilling indifference. I picked up the phone, not to check for his message, but to turn it off. I poured myself a glass of tea, sat by the window, and watched the rain. I realized I enjoyed my own company more than the anxiety of his. That was the moment he lost me. He didn't know it yet, but the contract was broken. This brings us to the sixth rule, the visual of thriving. The best revenge is not revenge. It is massive success and visible happiness. When you are suffering from his disrespect, you likely look tired, anxious, and diminished. He sees this and feels powerful. To make him regret, you must bloom. This is not about faking it for social media. It is about genuinely pouring that love you were wasting on him back into yourself. Change your hair, buy the dress, Start the business. Reconnect with the friends he isolated you from. When he sees you glowing, when he sees that his absence didn't break you but actually built you, his narrative collapses. He expects you to be a victim. Seeing you as a victor shatters his reality. He realizes that he wasn't your anchor, he was your dead weight. Finally, the seventh and ultimate rule, the willingness to walk away. This is the nuclear option, and it is the only one that guarantees respect. You must reach a point where you are truly, deeply willing to lose him to keep yourself. As long as you are afraid to leave, he knows he can disrespect you. But the moment you are ready to pack your bags, the moment you are ready to face the unknown, rather than tolerate the known hell, the dynamic flips. A woman who is not afraid to be alone is the most powerful creature in the room. This isn't a bluff. You have to mean it. It means looking at the disrespect and saying, "This is the last time." And if it happens again, you are gone. Not for a week, not to teach a lesson, but forever. This journey is not easy. It requires you to fight against your own empathy, your own hope, and your own history. But ask yourself, what is the cost of staying the same? The cost is your soul. The cost is waking up 5 years from now, smaller, quieter, and more broken, realizing you gave your best years to someone who couldn't even give you basic decency. You deserve to be seen, not just tolerated. You deserve to be heard, not just endured. The regret he will feel when he realizes what he lost will be his karma to carry. Your job is not to punish him. Your job is to free yourself. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of dark psychology's profound wisdom. Remember, these rules are not just strategies. They are a lifestyle of self-preservation. If this video resonated with you, if you felt a spark of that protective anger returning, subscribe to the channel. We are building a fortress of wisdom here, and I want you within these walls. Like this video to claim your value, and in the comments below, I want you to write this declaration: I am done waiting. Let that be the first step of your new life. Stay mysterious, stay strong, and never let anyone treat you like an option when you are a priority.